know Doctor Who? And if you don't, then you can go.
Right, hello guys, you're watching Go.2, and today we're going to do a comic book review for issue 1, issue 2, issue 3 and issue 4. How it's going to go is, I've just read this 10 minutes ago, so now I'm going to review it. And I'm going to pause the video, go back, read issue 2, and then I'm going to come back onto this camera and tell you my opinions on it. And we're going to do that for each issue, if that makes any sense. Basically, you're going to see my review of each issue anyway on camera, and I'm going to give you my overall thoughts and rank them out of 10. But yes, let's get on to issue 1. I liked that we got 13 getting it wrong again, not being able to control the TARDIS, and we land where we think we land, and it lands somewhere else. And then we get to see the 10th Doctor, and Martha's doing the day job sort of thing, keeping the Doctor on check. And yeah, then we also have the 10th Doctor, sorting out that gadget who we saw from Blink. I love that it's connected to Blink, quality. Martha's got a job in a shop she has to work in, stuff like that. I love the references of the Doctor being a woman as well, 13 when we hit to 13, and the 13th Doctor was a man before and stuff like that, and just giving the companions clarity and the reader, if you're new to this, which you shouldn't be because you should have checked out series 3. This episode's connected to Blink, and I love that we get Blink in these scenarios and we see the Doctor and Martha get actually taken. Yeah, we also have little references, I'll put the images on the screen anyway, of the other Doctors. That's lovely to know, a little nod. And also we get the 10th Doctor running about, and Graham, like typical Graham, oh, you can tell it's the same person, he's always moving about. You know, it's just funny. And then we also get Martha and her working with, I'm not going to swear, but I'm going to say a moody person then, we can say. Also, I love the ginger reference, that was good. There was a lot of little subtle nods, loving it, which Titan Comics do brilliantly. I've read Titan Comics for many years. Martha, brilliant, as always. Loving the connection with 13, and 13 not having any money. And then they end it there, and Martha's friend gets taken by what we do not know and leaves into a cliffhanger. But I also like the companions splitting up chasing the 10th Doctor because 13 doesn't want to meet herself, and 13 going off to talk with Martha. There's one thing I don't like about this. Oh, the Doctor, he's so clever, but he was thick. And then the 13th Doctor goes, yeah, I was thick back then. I don't like that. They're calling the 10th Doctor thick. I know you can call yourself thick. I call myself fat. I am fat. I'm dealing with that. But you can't just keep saying thick. It's just, I feel disrespectful in a way in the comic. But yeah, that's the thing I didn't like from this issue. It's a 7 out of 10. It's an average one. Now I'm going to go and read issue 2, and I will be back in a bit. See you guys in a minute. For you, it will just be a matter of seconds. Now I'm on to issue 2. And this was a lot better one. I really found this more intriguing, and it's certainly getting more kickstart. So they go back to the TARDIS, and they were going to try and leave. However, there's answers, there's questions. Why did the TARDIS bring us here? And yeah, so they go forth again, and they do the exact same thing from issue 1. The companions go to find the 10th Doctor, and Martha and 13 meet. This time Martha questions the Doctor, and the Doctor has to basically take her for tea and explain who she really is. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And the companions are still following the 10th Doctor, and he's messing around with the machine that goes ding. And then we have little subtle nods. I love this. The Auton plastic dummies keep getting glimpses throughout the episode. They're in the backgrounds of the 13th Doctor and Martha, and they're in the backgrounds of the 10th Doctor. And then this machine goes ding, and Yaz confronts the 10th Doctor and tries to pretend she's a time agent. The 10th Doctor susses that out easily. And then the companions go to help Yaz because she knows she's rumbled, basically. And 13 and Martha go off and try and sort things out because people are going missing. Particularly maybe Weeping Angels might be the shop window dummies are now being missing. The police were investigating the shop that Martha's friend got took, and I like that. I love that. It feels like a nice structured story. It feels like it's fluent. It's quite like, right, they're not forgetting anything here, and they're definitely on it. We get nice easily. We're trying to pretend to not be the Doctor, but then you have to tell Martha she is the Doctor, sort of thing. And then we get the 10th Doctor having to deal with the new future companions, who they can't really give much information because they don't want to mess time up. Yes, and we also see that the shop window dummies constantly throughout this issue. It's quite interesting. Then, of course, we get the cliffhanger of, obviously, the weeping angel right behind the companions and the Doctor. Don't blink. I'm going to give this issue, better than this issue, I'm giving this issue an 8 out of 10. This has stepped it up, really enjoy it, and there's not anything bad I can say about it. So yeah, now I'm going to go back and read issue 3 now, and I'm going to come back to the camera in a second to review that one. See you in a minute. Right, now we're on to issue 3, and yeah, let's just get on to it. Obviously, the 10th Doctor managed to escape, but the way he does escape is he actually gets into the new TARDIS, and he doesn't like the design. Love that subtle nod, and he brings the TARDIS closer for the companions to stop keeping an eye out on the Weeping Angel so they can get in. And I also like, we're with 13 and Martha, and they get attacked by Autons, and Martha's holding an arm of one of them and it starts to move. It's quite reminiscent to Rose in a way with the arm. And of course the police officers are dressed up in the Auton costume sort of thing, which just makes the disguise look interesting and creepier in a dark setting. Yeah, then we have the Doctor in the new TARDIS and that going on. And then they bring the TARDIS closer to save 13, uses a sonic to use a secret wavelength, nodding back to the third Doctor's era with the first time they met. And we also have the 10th Doctor bring the TARDIS closer for Martha and the 13 to get in. And then they have a little talk about and discussion, and they learn that it's not just Autons, it's Weeping Angels and Autons together, and the TARDIS is being drained and used, which is interesting and reason why they're here, really. Why there's a multi-Doctor story, because the TARDIS has been drained and put towards this, and they want to take it. We have little interactions with Graham and the 10th Doctor, then we have Yaz and all that. Yaz is quite strong in this story, I think, and Martha. Graham and Ryan, sadly, is not as much as well. And yeah, I love it when they have scenarios where the Doctor's saying TARDIS at the same time, showing they're the same person, and I love that dynamic. And the Weeping Angels coming towards the companions again, so they have to get back in the TARDIS, and the TARDIS is getting attacked. That's it. There's a lot more technical jargon and references like I love a little shop and stuff like that. But yeah, that's the pretty much means of it. I like this story. It's getting more engaging. I mean, Titan Comics have done better multi-Doctor stories. Let's just say that. This is the weakest multi-Doctor story, but if we just pretend it's not a multi-Doctor and we just go with it, it's an 8 out of 10 again. Really good, really solid start. That's a 7. That's an 8, and this is an 8, and it's just lovely. They're attacking, it's a bit more. I would love it if the companion could get taken and grabbed, even for a little while, and them trying to get back. I love that 13 kind of reference Amy and Roy. She was like, you've taken everything from me. The 10th Doctor's like, what's that all about? And 13's like, spoilers. I'm loving that. Yeah, so 8 out of 10. I'm going to read the final part of this story now, so see you guys in a minute. You'll see me in a second. See you guys in a minute. Right, now we're on to the last issue, issue 4, and I've just read it a moment ago, so let's get on it. Basically the TARDIS is crashing, being attacked by Weeping Angels, and basically the Weeping Angels are attacking. They put the monitors on the screen so they can look at them. Quite like that idea. They should have referenced don't look in the eyes, because, you know, if you look into the eyes of an angel, you become an angel and the angel comes in your eyes. That would be pretty cool if they did mention that. They didn't. Martha explaining there's 2 Doctors, maybe this is better thing, and all that jazz. The Doctors put the Sonics in the TARDIS and dispatch the Nesting Consciousness from Rose, episode 1. That was a nice little nod. Even better nod. We end up in the sewers of the Nesting Consciousness, and it looks like the same goo from Rose, which was quite nice in it talking. We also get a nod to, just going to mention it, this little scene is a shadow and a reference to the Christmas episode with Donna. That was a lovely mention. So yeah, we've had a little mention with Donna, we've had an adventure with Donna, and the next issue in the future, which might be connected to Time Lord Victorious, is Rose. So we get Rose, Donna and Martha, technically, we've had with 13 in a way. You could count. Yes, the Doctors are trying to distract the nesting consciousness, and they bring the Weeping Angels to the nesting consciousness, sending the nesting consciousness back in time before there was any plastic to rule, stopping the dummies and just turning back into plastic, and the nesting consciousness is gone. Maybe we will see that in the future, and maybe they sent them back in time and it's doing more damage than good. We won't know, but it's been sent back in time, so that's dealt with for now. The Weeping Angels are ready to attack the Doctor again. Oh, I also love people are getting crashed and the dummies are attacking people. That's a lovely little reference. And the little click reference to River Song was lovely, and the spoilers was nice. Taking the Weeping Angels and when they were attacking and getting sent into some sort of sun for a couple of years, 1,000 years, and then breaking out eventually, sort of thing. So stopping the Weeping Angels for now, leading both aliens for a sudden return, maybe, possibly. I liked that they managed to send the Weeping Angels to the sun, but it never was said how many Weeping Angels they did send back into the sun. Maybe there's still some out there, so that was left unspoken of, I guess you could say. Either way, they were easily resolved, and yeah, then we say our goodbyes to 10 and say the spoilers sort of stuff, and then Martha's got to look out after 10 in that scenario, and then the companions drop off home because they've had enough of adventure for a day. They think, actually, we should go home now, when 13 says, where do you want to go next? And where do we go next? We go to, boom, basically the future is being destroyed in some sort of way. Now, I've just seen the next time, I'll probably put a picture on the screen of it. It's basically got Silurians and the future is in stake, and 13 needs help from our old friends. So maybe, because the 10th Doctor and Martha were quite called as old friends, maybe we count 10 and Rose as friends to help in this adventure, because they are in it. And we do see 10 in the poster as well. So we're not done with 10 yet. We're going back in this time stream even more to when he was with Rose, which would be nicer and interesting. But you also get Sea Devils, and maybe this is connected to the Time Lord Victorious. But a nice little cliffhanger leaving you on for a couple months when they come back with Titan Comics. I'm going to give this story possibly an 8. I was hoping to give it a 9 out of a 10, but the ending was just a bit too quick. Pow, pow, pow. Titan Comics do better endings than this. But it's a nice little story. It is the weakest multi-Doctor story they've done. However, if you don't think of it as that, it's a really good, solid story. So just to recap, 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 8 out of 10. And yeah, that was it. That was my thoughts, my review on them. Martha was strong in this. Yaz was very strong in this. Got a few witty lines. Graham was funny in some parts, but didn't play much of a part. Ryan didn't play any much of a part at all. The 10th Doctor was okay. He felt like he wasn't focused on enough, but understandable because 13's the actual Doctor in this new era. 13 was on point and really good in this. The TARDIS being drained and controlling and having some fits with the 10th Doctor was quite fun. And the Autons were there. They weren't that good, but I loved the subtle nods with the nesting consciousness at the ends and the Rose and the Donna nods. The Weeping Angels were really good in this, I would say. They've done better Weeping Angels stories in Time Comics, but it's an alright one. And they had a lot to juggle with, you can tell. And I look forward to the next one. Yes, I will be doing Time Lord Victorious and reviewing that in the future. If you like this, let me know, and I may do more comics in the future, because I own every Titan Comics apart from 2 issues. And there's a lot of comics, so I have them all. So let me know if you want reviews of Pacific Doctors or Pacific stuff, because I actually have them all. I've just never bothered to review them. But fun fact, I did have another channel long ago. It's got deleted now, but I used to review comics back then. But I didn't have the confidence. I have the confidence now to do it. So yeah, there's a fun fact for you. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and I will see you guys for Saturday. Every Saturday on the channel, and make sure you subscribe. We're almost at 200 subscribers filming this. We've probably hopefully passed it by now, and that would be cool. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Don't comment, rate, subscribe, and I will see you guys for another video very soon. Have a nice day.